Hello, how are you? I need a favor from you. So, would you please put in the comments the day that you would prefer I upload? When are you online more? When do you sit to watch videos, or do you prop up your phone and watch videos as you clean the dishes or on your way home? What's your preferred viewing day for my videos so that I can upload them on the day that is convenient for you? Yeah. This year I'm all about impact, and impact on the ground, impact online, impact wherever God has placed you or is placing you or is leading you to go. And I'd be doing a series on the same. I don't know how long it would be, but as of now it's a 3-video series, a 3-part series. Your questions are welcome at info@jeannerehema.com. So that's info@jeannerehema.com. It will be in the descriptions. Send in any questions you have on this. So what I would want to talk to you about today is how your role, the role you've been playing, and how your roles are factoring into where you're going. Are the roles you've been playing relevant to where you're going? And first of all, what I mean by roles is roles in your family and friendships. You might be the person who always said what needed to be said in your family. You're the one who's saying the tough things. It's like, this is the truth and this is how it looks. We need to move this way. You are always saying what needed to be said. Maybe you are the person who was always diffusing the situation. And the only way to diffuse is to ignore it, to prevent things from escalating. So you would ignore offenses and pretend things are not really the way they are. Or you are the clown and you laugh, make people laugh just to kind of diffuse the situation as well. Because, when people are laughing, things cannot escalate in a negative way or deep to a certain point. Maybe you always put the needs of others before yours, just because you're always aware of other people's emotional state. And, oh, so-and-so is mad, or this person is sad, or this person will come home and start yelling. We need to make sure this other person is well put together to prevent this whole escalation thing from happening. And whatever roles you've been playing, roles always come with adaptive behaviors. So adaptive behaviors in the sense of, if you always said what needed to be said, you needed to be the firm one, the one who is kind of blunt. You had to learn how to be hard, like hard in terms of like hard, tough, hard insides, because for you to perform that role well, you can't have a soft heart. You need to, it's just, this is the logic, this is how it is, this is how this person is. If you had to ignore things and you always kind of went around situations, never really addressing the problem because of fear or whatever, anytime you dance around things, you never really go through the valley. You're trying to find ways around the valley. Because that's the role you've been playing, trying to kind of ignore stuff, trying to make people laugh to distract them from what is happening, or distract yourself from what is happening. You never really learned to let things ride out. Sometimes the wave just needs to roll over. It needs to mount and go. You never really learned how to let things play out. You needed to intervene and take charge and see what happens where. You needed to be selfish to survive. If it was either you think of yourself or no one else will think of you or think for you, it is, I am on survival mode. Whatever roles you had in your family, are they, and whatever adaptive behaviors you got, number one, do they serve you in your relationships right now and in where God wants you to go? The things God is calling you to do. If you have been created to break generational cycles, you can never go around situations. You have to go right through them. You have to face them. How you will raise your children, or with gentleness, or have healthy friendships, you have to put down the walls. You have to address things. You have to be able to hear people and get off survival mode and involve people in your life. You have to start seeing the needs of others and not overexerting yourself, or not being on it's me mode. Now it's like, oh, I can actually think of other people and serve them and love them and receive love. It's not always just me trying to fix things. Sometimes people step in and help me. Sometimes things are playing out the way they need to play out. People need to get things off their chests. Not all conflict is bad conflict, in terms of sometimes things need to be unearthed. Things need to be sorted out, to be gotten out of the closet, to clean the closet. So whatever God is calling you to do, you always learned how to say things that please people, that are good to hear. And now you're being called into a tougher, more truth sayer kind of thing. You have to say it the way it is, in a gentle way or in a firm way. Whatever it is, I want you to go and look at what your main roles have been and your adaptive behaviors. What do you automatically do in a situation? Are you always the one calling your friends to plan stuff and see how they are, and maybe no one calls you? Whatever it is, I would want you to check and start to see the patterns that you're following in your life, because the one thing I have learned, you will always conform to what you do not question. If you've stayed in an environment long enough, it becomes normal to you. The dynamic becomes normal to you. And if you do not question it, you will repeat it in your future. So this video was just to kind of get you to question. There is a course that has such content coming out soon, in late February, early March. So you can sign up and it will come straight to your inbox. You can sign up at jeannerehema.com. I'll put the link in the description, so just go there, sign up. When the course is out, you'll have the first 4 videos would be free. So you just put in your email address on the site and you have, it's super self-paced, but it's important for us to walk through this together, for us to get to see, are we conforming to the patterns that we found? Are we allowing ourselves to be transformed? So yeah, more on this next week. If you have questions on this series, the email is info@jeannerehema.com. Jeanne Rehema, the way it's written on my channel. I look forward to seeing your email. I will respond, I promise. Also, if you would want me to write you something, you can share your story in the comments in my email. I will do something for you. You can book a session as well. I am a mental health coach, certified. Yeah, so have a great day. See you next week with more on this. Bye.